What's up, everybody? I lost track of the AC/DC shirt that I had on in the preview/teaser video. I substituted a Pantera shirt in. We're good to go on there. It is week 8. This is lick 8. Therefore, it is lick of the week number 8. Alright, as always, I do like to mention that only for the theory aspect of it do I use the physical Randall amp head behind me. It is an RG1003 in case you're wondering, and it is also a Marshall, I believe it's an MG412X 4x12. That's just for clean. So whenever I'm sitting here going over the licks, you know, and I'm doing, that's what you're hearing. On the actual demo, teaser, whatever you want to call it, and the licks that I present at certain beats per minute in this video so you can get a grasp on it, and it's distorted, it's actually TH3 overloud, and I'm using Reaper, and my interface is a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. This time I used a little bit different of a setting than I usually do. I used a Randall T2 amp head on the boost channel. I used a Randall Lynxbox 4x12 cabinet simulation. And then running out from that is a parametric EQ. And honestly, it was a preset underneath Meet the Randall's T2. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one it is. But with that said, it looks like the way that they have it set is that it's a 0.8 decibel increase at 120 hertz with a Q of 100. And then EQ number 2 is a 3.1 decibel increase at 2.0 kilohertz. And it is 100 Q also. Both are set to peak. And it is a 0 level. So when you hear the distorted tracks, that is what you are actually hearing. Just so you don't think, man, how's he getting that sound out of an RG1003? I am not. So the only real main thing to say about this lick is it's very heavily influenced actually by Dimebag Darrell, fitting. It also, because of the kick drum pattern, I think more than anything, it has a very Voodoo Child or Back in Black vibe. Probably the key also, it's an E. But the one thing I want to mention is that the little intro lick, it's very inspired by Dimebag, and if you listen to No Good Attack the Radical, the solo, he starts it on a very similar note. I don't know necessarily that he's in the same tuning as me, but that's where the idea came from. To get right into the theory of it, this stays in the E minor pentatonic blues scale. The flat of fifth is in there. There is one stray note, which is actually the very first note of this lick. The idea, as I said, came from No Good Attack the Radical by Pantera. It's not the whammy bar dive, but where the actual solo starts. It's the very first note of it that I'm mimicking. I think he is in a different tuning, though. I believe that one is in D, so standard tuning down a full step. Anyways, what's actually happening with this lick, I'm starting at the 9th fret of 3rd string, which is E. And I am sliding throughout this. I mean, I'm starting just kind of just a slide. That's where we're going at first. And it's going to stop at the 11th. So really, you could even start that depending on what you're trying to accomplish and how much time you got. You could start at 7 or 8, that slide. But I try to make the 9th be the first note that really stands out with that slide. So if you're going to go from 8th, as soon as you hit that pick, you want to be up to 9th already. Stop the slide at 11, which is an F sharp, and this is the stray note. You're going to do a full step bend, which means it's going to be the equivalent of 13th fret, which is a G sharp. And as you know, in the pentatonic blues scale of E, G sharp doesn't exist. It's a note that's visited every now and then, though. Pantera does it a lot. A lot of the older bands, when they got a country feel or a southern rock feel to them, it's a they throw in that G sharp. We're taking advantage of that, and it's just going to be a... So there's your G sharp, and then you're going back. I mean, this is actually an alteration of a... But what I'm doing is I'm going into... So instead of bending up to the root note of E, so you're hitting 2nd string 12th fret, which is B, 1st string 12th fret, which is E, 12th fret 2nd string, which is B again, and then you're taking the 15th fret of the 1st string, which is G, and bending all the way up to the equivalent of 17th fret, which is A. And then you're doing a walk down. It's just a 1st string, 15, 14, 12. So right now we've got G, F sharp, E, and then you're hitting a D or 15th fret 2nd string and bending back to the 12th fret of 1st string. So this is another alteration, and this is a lick that a lot of people already know. If you play the solo to Freebird, if you play the solo to Cemetery Gates, I could actually list quite a few that fall back on this lick, and I don't know where it started at, but it's the classic lick would be 12th fret 1st string, 15th fret 2nd string, 12th fret 2nd string, 14th fret 3rd string, and it's got that. And Freebird had it at, and then there's an alteration in Cemetery Gates where it's so it all comes back to that what I did is I do, and I'll go over the notes real quick. It's E, D, B, and then A sharp or B flat, and then the next time it's E, D, B, A. So it's a difference of a fret. So you're doing 12th fret 1st string, 15th fret 2nd string, 12th fret 2nd string, 14th fret, or I'm sorry, 15th fret 3rd string, and then going back to 12th fret 1st string, 15th fret 2nd string, 12th fret 2nd string, and then the 14th fret 3rd string. So real slow, it's a... We do that, both of those together as one phrase. We do 2 phrasings of that, so it's a... Then it kicks back to your, what I call Freebird lick. We're going to take out the lick that had that 15th fret, and we're just going to do 12 on 1st string, 15, 12 on 2nd string, and then the 14th fret on 3rd string. We're going to do that 4 times in a row, so... And the last note, I do a unison bend, and then it's just the unison bend. I'm so sorry. The unison bend is a bend of the 14th fret 3rd string, and it's going to come up to the equivalent of 12th fret 2nd string. So what you're actually doing is you're starting on A. It's kind of a B, and then you're bending them equivalent, which makes it B, and then you're hitting that G on 12th fret 3rd string, and then you're hitting your root note of E on your 4th string, 14th fret. And it's just, this lick is not so much about a show-off piece. I know that it's a really cool phrasing that goes on there. It's actually a great example, yet again, of how to modify a lick. And I do not remember how that modification came up. I was probably playing Freebird and got bored or missed a note. But real slow again, because it's the main thing with this lick other than that first bend is, well, and I'm sorry, the picking hand. It does 1st string, 2nd string, and you're doing a pull off, and then 3rd string. So it's a real simple... You're just picking all down picks, Metallica style. So, And that's pretty much it. As always, take it, use it, make it your own with modification. I always encourage people to let me hear what they make of this lick and how they play it better than me. And if you think that this is good and you want to see more, like and subscribe. And until next time, take care, keep riffing. I do want to mention one correction, and I will play it the way that I played it on the demonstration of the theory. I played it there's no reason that you couldn't do it that way, but the way that it was done in the preview / teaser video, it actually completes. It was a and I will show that just that part, instead of going, it goes. So you have an extra A or 14th fret 3rd string in there that I missed whenever explaining the theory.